Hank here with my review of the Lewitt LCT 240. Inside the box you get the microphone, a microphone stand adapter with a 3/8 inch to 5/8 inch threaded adapter, a Lewitt branded windscreen, a nice zip-up pouch, and some Lewitt bracelets and documentation. At the time of this recording, the microphone is retailing for $99 US, with a regular price of $119 US. In this particular package, the shock mount was sold separately for $39 and the magnetic windscreen for $25. The LCT 240 Pro is a side address condenser microphone with a cardioid polar pattern and a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, a sensitivity of -35.5 dB, a max SPL of 142 dB, and of course it requires 48 volts phantom power. The microphone's self-noise is rated at 19 dB A-weighted. Build-wise, the microphone has a solid zinc body, sturdy outer grill. You can purchase the microphone in white or black. I went with the white version because I'm starting to get into microphones that have a nice, lighter paint job than the standard black. When it comes to some of the standard tests that you would do on these types of microphones, I do have the metal pop filter on. I don't do plosive tests without a pop filter on a condenser microphone. That's just me. I mean, you're always just going to get a terrible result in my opinion. So with the pop filter on, 6 inches away, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I'll lean in to about 3 inches. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Talking into the front of the microphone, here's how the microphone sounds. 6 inches away from the side of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. 1 foot away from the side of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. 2 feet away from the side of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. I'm 6 inches from the back of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. 1 foot from the back of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. 2 feet from the back of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. So if I were a PC gamer, clacking away on the old keys, here's what it would sound like. Now, if I were Google searching how to get past the next end boss on a live stream without my audience knowing, here's what it would sound like. I noticed something while using the microphone is touching on the desk, even in the shock mount that I bought separately. But ultimately, it comes down to sound quality. So while I don't have any top-end condenser microphones, I do have the Shure SM7B, a broadcast dynamic microphone that retails for $399 US. So let's compare it to the $99 Lewitt LCT 240 Pro. Back on the Shure SM7B. Here's how I sound in comparison to the Lewitt LCT 240 Pro. How do you like the sound of the Shure SM7B in comparison to Lewitt's offering? $99 versus $400. Chime in the comments down below with your thoughts on the sound comparison. Now I'm back on the Lewitt LCT 240. How do you like its sound profile when you directly compare it to the Shure SM7B? I can't wait to read your comments. When it comes to pros, getting this for $99 is what I think is quite a steal. However, we're going to come back around to that in the cons. Another pro is the build quality, the look of the microphone itself. I think when you factor in that you can get it in black or white and just how cool it looks on camera, I think it's a really well-constructed microphone that has that excellent look that you're going for when you're streaming or podcasting or creating content of any sort where you're going to be on camera. Another obvious pro, in my opinion, is the sound itself. I really like the sound. This was another microphone. I've had 2 back-to-back microphones where they disrupted the podcast. The RODE NT1 Signature Series was a crowd pleaser, and then this microphone was a, ooh, you sound like you're pouring butter in my ears, one co-host proclaimed. So all in all, you've got to take note when other people stop the process in order to comment on how good you sound. Another pro is the lightweight. Even when you add the accessories on, you don't get a big hulking, bulky thing like the RODE NT1 Signature Series, where it's blocking the majority of your face and such, and it's overweighting the boom arm. This microphone, in contrast, you could put on any boom arm that I know of, and it handles it just fine. Very lightweight, but still well constructed. Cons-wise, I think the elephant in the room is the self-noise. I'm not sure how that's going to convey in this video. I have been trying to record without having my PCs on after the last debacle that I had. I don't know how that's going to translate when this gets exported into my video editor, but I will put a notation on the screen of just my personal findings on the background noise as opposed to some of the other microphones I've used. And then another major con for me is the lack of the accessories coming with it. There was even a package I could have bought with the shock mount included, and I was like, nah, it's just for a review, no need. Then I got it, and when I was hitting the desk, I was like, oh, this is rough. So I had to go order the shock mount for $39. Go order the pop filter for $25. So now that drives the price up there towards the NT1 Signature Series, the Neat King B, etc. And if that's not bad enough, the shock mount and the windscreen don't even seem to work very well, in my opinion. I found myself to be pretty disappointed by that. And obviously, you could hear all the thumps and bumps when I was tapping on the desk and the arm and such. But all in all, I love the look, I love the sound, and it's up to you if you can live with the other stuff. Having to piecemeal it together, and if you can deal with some of the other issues that I've pointed out. To me, it's worth the $99 purchase, plus the added accessories that I purchased. I thought in total, definitely worth it. But what do you say? Chime in the comments down below. Do you like the sound profile of the Lewitt LCT 240? I certainly do. I'll be putting this in direct competition with a couple of other condenser mics in a video very soon. Look for that on the channel. Thank you. Also, please subscribe to my podcast gear newsletter. It's a monthly newsletter that's sent to you absolutely free of charge, where I round up the latest podcasting gear that has come out the prior month and gear that should be coming out in future months. Head to the link in the description down below, and please share the YouTube channel and the newsletter with other like-minded gearheads. Thank you.